Child, are you ready to be eliminated? I am sure you are not, but you have to, because two people who are very close to you have decided to eliminate you. Yes, you heard me right. You will be eliminated by these two people because they are watching what circumstances you are facing and what you deserve. Child, I am talking about those two angels in your life who have always helped you in the past and always gave their best to support you. They have finally decided to eliminate you out of your troubled situation, and I have allowed it. For their decision is not born of human thought, but of divine instruction. They have heard my whisper in the silence, and I have placed my hand upon their hearts. They have seen your pain, the weight you carry, the nights you spent asking me for release. And now the answer comes, not in the way you expected, but in the way you truly need. You have walked through the valley of shadows thinking I was far, but I was in the dust beneath your feet, guiding every step. You have mistaken delay for denial, but child, I never delay what is mine. Everything unfolds when the soul is ripe enough to receive, and now your soul has reached its ripening. You are being removed, not from life, but from the chains that held you bound. You are being separated from the confusion, the doubts, the endless self-questioning that clouded your light. This elimination is transformation. It is the death of what is not divine in you. It is the gentle destruction of all that was never meant to stay. I am removing your pain layer by layer, not because you are weak, but because you have completed the lesson that pain was meant to teach. Every scar has spoken, every tear has watered the seed of your rebirth. You asked me for peace, and I am answering. But peace is not given to the one who clings to old battles. Peace belongs to the one who releases the sword, even when the hand still trembles. These two angels have seen you fall and rise countless times. They are not here to end you, but to lift you. They will remove you from what suffocates your purpose. They are my hands in human form, carrying you where you would not dare go alone. They know your name, not as the world knows it, but as heaven knows it. Pure, radiant, chosen. You will resist, as all children do when faced with change. You will fear the unfamiliar, thinking you are losing everything, but child, you are only losing what was never truly yours. I am not taking your world away. I am restoring your vision so that you can see my world instead. I am erasing your old name, the one written in sorrow, and writing anew upon the tablet of your heart, a name that carries light. When you look in the mirror, you will no longer see the reflection of a wounded being, but the reflection of the one I always saw, the one who carries eternity in their eyes. Do you think I enjoy your pain? No, child. Every time you cried, I counted each tear. I wrote them upon the pages of time as promises of transformation. You have felt forgotten, but in truth, you were being prepared. You have felt small, but I have been carving a space for greatness within you. You asked me, why must I lose so much? And I answered in silence because the question was not ready for the answer. But now you can hear me. I let you lose so much so that you could discover what cannot be lost. I am removing the identity you built from survival, from fear, from the need to be accepted. You will no longer need to fight for your worth. Your worth is no longer up for debate. You are mine, and that truth cannot be altered by failure, rejection, or time. When I eliminate, I purify. When I strip away, I clothe anew. When I break, I am reshaping. You feared that elimination meant ending, but in me it means becoming. Child, listen closely. The world will not understand what I am doing in you. They will say you have lost direction, but they will not see that I have become your compass. They will think you are alone, but they will not know that heaven surrounds you in every breath. They will mistake your silence for weakness, but I will dwell in that silence like thunder before the rain. You are entering the season where my voice will be louder than the voices that hurt you. I will speak to you in dreams, in sudden peace, in the gentle pull toward things that make your soul alive again. Do not resist this elimination. Let go of the ashes so I can give you the fire. You cannot step into tomorrow while clinging to yesterday's dust. Trust me, even when it feels like everything is collapsing. Nothing is collapsing. It is being rearranged. I am dismantling the scaffolding around your soul because it is time for the structure itself to stand firm. You do not need external support when the foundation is divine. The 2 angels I sent are not here to comfort your old wounds. They are here to close them. They are not here to remind you of your suffering. They are here to show you what healed skin feels like. Through their words, through their presence, I will pull you into a space of clarity where confusion cannot breathe. You will find that what you once feared losing was the very thing blocking your way. You will look back and see that every loss was a doorway, every ending a whisper of renewal. You have cried for rescue, and I am answering through release. You have begged for strength, and I am answering through surrender. You have asked for light, and I am answering through elimination of darkness. This is the sacred paradox of divine love. What feels like destruction is often resurrection in disguise. Child, I am removing your old self from the story because that self was built on pain, not promise. You are stepping into the version of you that I dreamt into existence before time began. That is what elimination means, to erase the distance between who you have become and who you were meant to be. It is a sacred deletion of what was never aligned with truth. I know you are tired. I know you have whispered to the night, "How much longer?" I have heard every breath, every tremor of your faith. You think you have been waiting on me, but I have been waiting on you, to open your hands, to let go of what no longer serves your growth. When you do, I will flood your life with peace so deep that even storms will bow to it. Your elimination is not punishment. It is purification. It is the refining fire that turns ordinary stones into gems. It is the holy wind that clears the dust so the path may be seen. I am cutting ties with your pain so you can be tied to your purpose. I am dismantling illusions so you can walk in reality. Every heartbreak was a teacher, every betrayal a map, every delay a shield. You were never being punished, you were being protected. The angels I sent understand this. They are instruments of renewal. They will stand beside you when everything familiar fades and whisper, "This is the beginning." They will not pity you. They will celebrate your becoming. And when you think you are losing everything, you will feel their presence reminding you that you are gaining what cannot be lost: truth, love, peace, purpose. Child, when I eliminate, I elevate. You will see that what I am taking is only what hinders you. You will learn to thank the storm because it washed away the false foundation. You will bless the silence because it taught you to hear my voice. You will cherish the breaking because it opened space for blessing. Every fragment you thought was lost, I am gathering and remolding into something eternal. I will not let your story end in despair. I am the author, and I do not write tragedies without resurrection. I have written joy into your ending, even if the page you are on is filled with tears. The plot twist you fear is the revelation you prayed for. Trust the process, because I am both the process and the promise. You will soon look at the 2 angels I sent and realize they were never just people, they were embodiments of my mercy. Through them I will show you that love is not something you chase. It is something that arrives when you are ready to receive. They will not eliminate you. They will eliminate what burdens you. They will help you rise into the light of who you truly are. You see, my ways are higher than yours, my thoughts beyond the reach of your reasoning. You look for me in the sky, but I walk toward you through the hands of those I've sent. You look for my voice in the clouds, but I speak through the mouths that call your name when you are about to give up. You expect the heavens to open, but I often open hearts instead. I work through the ordinary because I made the ordinary holy. I placed fragments of myself in every soul, so that love could multiply, compassion could flow, and no one would walk alone. When you prayed for help, I did not descend in lightning. I awakened the hearts of those who could reach you where you stood. My miracles are not always wrapped in mystery. They are hidden in kindness, disguised in friendship, and clothed in human form. There are times when you think, I do not deserve this help. Why would they care? Why would anyone come to my rescue? But do you not see? It is not merely them. it is me moving through them. I touch their spirit, I whisper in their conscience, and they feel a pull they cannot explain. It is the pull of divine purpose. They help because their souls remember me, and through that remembrance they serve you. This is my way, child. I could command mountains to move and oceans to part for you, but sometimes the greater miracle is in the unseen alignment of hearts. When I send someone to help you, I am showing you that love still exists in the world I created. I am showing you that no darkness is complete, no isolation absolute. You are part of a living network of grace, a web of souls spun by my own hand. Every time one reaches out to you, it is because I tugged gently on their spirit and they followed. You ask me why I allow others to assist when I could do it alone. But I have never worked alone, child. From the beginning, I have shared creation with creation. I breathed life into humanity not only to live but to reflect my nature. I built love into the fabric of existence so that my presence could be multiplied through the countless expressions of mercy, kindness, and compassion. When someone helps you, they are not diminishing my power, they are proving it. There are moments when you resist the help I send. You think, no, I must do this alone. I do not want to be a burden. But that resistance is pride disguised as strength. Do you not know that I created you not only to give but to receive? To receive love is also divine. To accept help is not weakness. It is surrender to the flow of grace. When you reject what I send, you reject part of the healing I prepared. You are not meant to carry everything by yourself, because even my son, when he walked the earth, accepted the help of another to bear his cross. Understand this deeply. When you are in need and someone appears, they are not there by coincidence. I have been moving in the unseen long before you cried for help. I arrange circumstances, shift schedules, and place thoughts in minds. I prepare hearts in silence. So when the help arrives, it feels sudden to you, but to me, it is the fulfillment of a plan long set in motion. You live in time, I dwell beyond it. You see the moment, I see the pattern. And sometimes I send help not through comfort but through challenge. There are people I send who do not soothe you but provoke your growth. They mirror your weaknesses, confront your illusions, and awaken your courage. You call them obstacles. I call them instruments. You may not see them as angels, but they are. Some come with gentle words, others with sharp truth. Both are necessary. One heals your wounds, the other removes the infection that hides beneath. When you look back, you will realize that every person who crossed your path played a divine role. Some came to hold you, some came to test you, some came to build you, some came to break what was false within you. But all of them, even those who caused pain, were part of your deliverance. For I can use anything and anyone, light or shadow, joy or sorrow, to bring you closer to the truth of who you are. You cannot predict how I will deliver you because deliverance is not a method, it is a mystery. I am the master of weaving impossibility into destiny. What you call coincidence, I call design. What you call delay, I call preparation. What you call loss, I call redirection. You think I need the obvious to perform a miracle, but I use the overlooked, the unlikely, the simple, and the small. I used a shepherd's sling to defeat a giant. I used a fisherman's net to spread a kingdom. I used a child's faith to move mountains, and I will use even your brokenness to reveal my glory. I allow people to help you not because I am absent, but because I am everywhere. I am in them, through them, and beyond them. When they lift you up, I am the strength in their arms. When they speak hope into you, I am the breath behind their words. When they love you at your lowest, I am the love that refuses to abandon. You see faces. I see reflections of myself. You hear voices. I hear echoes of eternity. Do not try to understand every act of my mercy. You will lose yourself in the attempt. My work is not meant to be understood. It is meant to be trusted. Faith is not the comprehension of how I move. It is the confidence that I am moving. Even when you cannot trace my hand, you can trust my heart. Even when I am silent, I am shaping. Even when I seem distant, I am nearer than your next breath. There will be seasons when the help I send does not look like help. It may come as loss, as change, as the closing of doors you begged me to keep open. But child, do you not see? Sometimes I must take you out of one place to position you for another. Sometimes I must empty your hands so I can fill them again. Sometimes I allow certain people to walk away because their part in your story is complete. If I allowed everyone to stay, you would never learn the depth of trust that grows in solitude. I send and I remove. I give and I withhold. Both are acts of love. And still, there are times when I allow people to help you so that they too may grow. When they reach out to you, I am shaping compassion within them. They are learning to serve without expecting reward. You are not the only one I am working on. You are the lesson, the mirror, the vessel. Through your need, I awaken their grace. Through their kindness, I strengthen your faith. Every act of giving and receiving is a sacred exchange between souls, orchestrated by me. My work is not random, child. It is rhythmic, harmonious, eternal. It flows through laughter and tears, through meetings and partings. And while you live within the small moments, I see the grand tapestry. I weave light through darkness, purpose through pain, and glory through what seems like defeat. My design is perfect. Even when your sight is dim, you often say, God, I do not know how you will deliver me. And I smile, because that is the point. If you could predict my ways, you would not need faith. I am not confined to your imagination. I do not need logic to perform miracles. I am not limited by what you call possible. My power moves through the cracks of impossibility and blooms where no human hand could plant. I deliver in ways that make the wise wonder and the doubting believe. When you look at the story of your life, you will see patterns of my fingerprints. You will see that I never left you alone. There were nights when you cried into silence, thinking no one heard, but I heard. There were days when you thought you had no strength left, but I sent someone, even if only with a single word or a small kindness, to remind you that you still mattered. Those were not accidents. Those were threads of my mercy, woven deliberately to keep your heart beating in hope. Sometimes the help I send seems fragile, insufficient, delayed, but that is because you measure my miracles by human scale. I measure them by eternity. What seems small to you may be the very key that unlocks the next chapter of your destiny. A single act of kindness can alter generations. A single prayer whispered for you can change the course of your path. I do not need many to deliver you. I only need one heart willing to obey my prompting. Do not despise the small beginnings. Do not overlook the humble helpers. They are often the chosen instruments of my power. Remember, I placed the treasure in earthen vessels so that the glory would not be of man, but of me. I delight in using the weak to confound the strong, the simple to silence the proud, the unseen to accomplish the impossible. You will never fully understand the architecture of my deliverance, because I build with materials you cannot see. Faith, surrender, patience, grace. When you think nothing is happening, I am laying foundations beneath your awareness. When you think the walls have fallen, I am clearing the ground for expansion. Every delay is precision. Every silence is strategy. And through it all, I keep sending people. Some will enter your life quietly, some loudly, some only for a moment, but each carries a purpose. I have sent the encourager, the challenger, the comforter, the teacher, the mirror, the healer. Some will stay, some will go, but all will leave a trace of me behind. When you see love in them, recognize it as my reflection. When you feel peace through them, remember that it is my presence flowing through human warmth. This is how I choose to work, through connection, through compassion, through communion. I move through my creation so that creation may remember its creator. I use relationships to restore revelation. You are never delivered in isolation, because deliverance itself is relationship restored. to me, to others, to your own soul. So do not fear when you do not understand. Do not question why certain people arrive or depart. Simply trust that I am the author of every divine encounter. Every helping hand is a chapter written by me. Every word of comfort is a line from my eternal story. And when the story seems unfinished, it is because I am still writing. There will come a day when you will look back on your journey and see how perfectly I arranged it all. You will see how the ones who helped you were answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. You will see how the losses protected you from paths that would have broken you. You will see how every delay preserved your destiny. And you will fall silent in awe, because you will realize that not a single step was wasted. I am God, child. My ways are the poetry of eternity. You live line by line, but I see the whole verse. I am not bound by the logic of the visible world. I deliver through paradox, through surprise, through grace disguised as struggle. I will never stop using the people I choose, because my greatest miracles are shared, not solitary. When I allow someone to help you, I am proving that love still governs the universe. I am showing you that heaven still breathes through human hearts. You are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, you are surrounded. Even when you feel alone, you are in the center of my orchestration. You may not see the pattern yet, but you are part of a masterpiece. So trust, child. Rest your striving. You do not need to know how I will deliver you. You only need to know that I will. My word never returns empty. My promise never dies. My plan never fails. You are the work of my hands, and I do not abandon what I create. Help will come, and it will come in ways you least expect. Through people, through timing, through doors you never noticed before, you will know it is me, because it will carry peace in its wake. It will bring clarity where there was confusion, light where there was shadow, and hope where there was despair. You will recognize my touch not by thunder but by transformation. And when you are delivered, because you will be, you will understand that the mystery was never meant to frustrate you but to reveal me. You will realize that my work is too vast to be contained by your understanding, yet intimate enough to reach the smallest corner of your pain. That is the beauty of my way. Incomprehensible to the mind, undeniable to the heart. So walk on, child. Accept the help I send. Embrace the hands I move toward you. Trust the mystery and rest in my design. For no one can comprehend the depth of how I deliver, and no one can stop it when I begin. My work is not random. It is revelation in motion. My love is not a concept. It is a current that carries you home. And when you reach the other side of your trouble, you will say, "Now I see," and I will whisper, "You always were seen."